Good morning to you, Guy Watson here, Regis Bonsai. Now before I start today's project, I just thought I'd follow up from my last video of this ash, where comments were made, and I appreciated those comments very much so, because it showed me where I'd gone wrong. This catapult shaped thing up here doesn't look right at all. So what I want, it's been suggested that I chop it off back to the first branch on one of them. What I'm going to do is totally remove this one, which is the back one, cut it across here, and take this one back down to this branch here. So let's get on with that. Leave a bit of room for a small bit of dieback. That's gone. And this one over here, I want to chop off totally. Tidy that up. And I really do appreciate those comments, thank you very much. It was my silly thing of just not noticing it in the first place. But I agreed 100% this had to be done. There, I think that looks better already. Right, so we seal that for now. Actually, try and get it slightly neater. Now we're getting there. There, I think that's neater. Now we'll seal it. Oh, hang on. I'll get to sealing it in a minute. Now let's put the glue on. That'll stop me going back to it then. There we are. Right, let me just see if you can see it all. Yep. Right, so let's just quickly, that's the back. No, that's the front. No, it's not. But it's leaning slightly this way. So that's the front there. And I think that looks a much more pleasing picture. So thank you very much indeed to those people who made those comments. Nobody particularly liked that catapult type section with the two horns at the top. But I think that has made a major improvement to it. Oh, I've got to seal that as well. But I'll do that in a second. But thank you very much indeed. And we'll get on with today's job. Well, I must admit I feel a lot happier now that ash is looking the way it does now. So let's get on with today's main project while I'm in a good mood. It's this beech. It's budding out for this year, but it's still got the old leaves on from last year. They can fall off on their own. But just a matter of repotting it. And see what needs to come off this time before I finish. Actually, looking at this, not an awful lot of branches need shortening back. I think I might just let it go for this year, see how it all grows. Yes, I think that's what I'll do. This one here, I think that's going to have to come off. That's coming right across the tree. Take that off. And in fact, this is all looking a bit too much of an eye pokerish branch, isn't it? And still like this one bending around, so we'll chop this one back to here. And then we'll cut this one back to, it's going the outward that way. Right. How else does it look? That's not looking too bad, I don't think. Right, so let's make sure that you can see the bottom of this pot. I'm going to do a repot out of camera shot. I'll get my bits together, then we'll have a go at the repotting. Right, well, you're in shot at the moment. I will double check it later on. But when we move it out, it keeps it in shot. Oh, and once again, it's coming straight out of the pot nicely. I'll get rid of those in a minute. Oh, solid this. Dear, dear. I do like these beech trees. I actually took a beech along to last year's bonsai competition for the tree of the month for autumn colours when these leaves were turning. But it wasn't this tree, it was one that's over on the other bench. And I do think they look really, really nice. Oh, there's a big surface root coming up there. Have a look at that later on. Make sure there's nothing that... And there's a big root coming in. Oh, there's some lumps of roots. Let's have a look at the bottom. Get those screens out in a minute. There's one. And the second one's there. Right. Excuse me. I've had this frog sticking around in my throat for a few days now. Right, I think it might have to be a root hook. Just trying to get in here. Come back to the rake later. Well, there are some roots that we definitely won't want, so I might as well chop them off now. Feels like there's a load more encircling things here. Cool. Hopefully we can go and get washed shortly. I know this isn't that interesting, but a comment was made once before. People like to see everything from start to finish. I think that was actually Xavier who made that, Xavier Martinez who made that comment. Oh, now I can't see. Well, I'm going to go and give this a wash. Back in a minute. Okay, well, we've washed some of them off. It's probably going to need another wash. There are some nasty roots on this one. Something wrapping around horribly here. same one, I might put it into one of those shallow plastic ovals I've got to try and promote the radial root base. Right, let's see what we've got in here. Sorry about the squeak. Right, I think that's a major root there, so I need to go and wash it off again. Then there are roots coming over this side. Right, let's go and see what we've got. I can't really see it at the moment, so let's give it another wash. Right, well, looking at this, it's got to be approached from underneath now. There are lots of roots I don't like, this one for instance. And down here, we've got this root here, just stopping it lying flat. There's still a lump somewhere in here. There's definitely a lump in there. That's getting flatter. Still an awkward lump here, but I don't know if what I can do about that. Actually, that's going straight down, so we don't need that at all. Just for now, I'm tempted to leave these roots like this, let it recover. Ah, now that one, look at this, that's horrible. Let's try and give them a rough chance of coming out radially. And in here, still don't like this area. It's this lump here. Now it's a lump here that we've got. It's just stopping it getting flat. That's a bit better. This should get it flatter. There. And what about this one coming over? Doesn't look right. Tempted to remove that. I think it might have fused. It has. Well, that's looking better just with the one root. And these are too high. Well, we'll leave that one. Just, I don't know, we've got one down here. I'll leave that one for now because it's the same height as this root over here. So in future I may be tempted to remove this root base here, but let's remove this lot here. Let this keep growing because it is the same level as this one. Right. What did I say the front of this tree was? Oh, before I do that, let's make sure everything's in view for you. There we go. Now, could that be the front? Or there? No, because this one coming out, I think it's got to be a backward branch. It's going to the side. I think that is the preferred front. So just for now, we'll work on that. And we'll repot it at that angle. Right, let's get everything sorted out. Oh no, this is coming straight towards me now. We'll have a look once it's in the pot, when I've got the pot out anyway. Right, let's go and get things ready for sticking it in the pot. Well, after test fitting it into this plastic trading pot, I turned it slightly and I think that's probably going to be the preferred angle. So that is the one, that's where I'm going to call the front. Right, let's get some soil in it anyway. Where did I say? Round there roughly. And do I need to offset it at all? No, well, I'm going to offset it slightly. There we go, just a small amount. Right, and let's fill it in. We're due to have some howling gales tonight, or later on this evening. There's weather warnings out and all sorts down here. You can see it starting to blow the perlite around now. I'll get a couple of rocks, put that on there, then we'll see about the watering, but I think that one's repotted. Okay, let's go on a hunt for rocks and fill the watering can up. Right, one final water, and that'll be it. Well, the roots weren't too bad all in all. Hopefully it's got a bit more radial. Being in this size pot, shallow plastic trading pot, it'll encourage it to produce more radially roots. Produce the roots more radially, that's what I meant to say. Right, let's put some rocks around it. Final water. Right, there's my turntable. Okay, well there's the front. Just make sure you can see this, of course. Yes, you can. There's the front. Spin it around to the side. Round to the back. It's just, no, that's what I said was the front there, wasn't it? And once again, I don't like this coming up. I'm going to chop that off once I find my tools. Here we are then. I'll put it in the kitchen for washing up. Right. There we go. Right, then we'll just seal that over. There we go. Right, well the front may change now. Now I've done that, removed that bit. Probably looks a bit better from that one. But right, we'll see how it goes in the future. Okay, thank you very much indeed. Cheers for now.